Did you have a turkey or did you have a duck?
I had a pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Was it like Thanksgiving toppings with like turkey and yams and green beans or what?
No, it was a sausage, pepperoni, mushroom with green and black olives and jalapenos.
Oh man, I love some damn jalapenos, but I don't give a damn about no black olives. I never liked olives.
Eat them babies right out of the jar.
Me and my wife were talking earlier this morning. You know, some people like to order Chinese food, you know, for Thanksgiving. They order like a whole big Chinese food platter and not even full with turkey or anything like that. Get a Peking duck.
Well, this is the first year our family hasn't had a big, huge Thanksgiving dinner. Because most of them are out of state. Most of them moved out of state. Mom sold her house, moved in with my other sister, and this is the first year in 62 years that we didn't have a big Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I guess that's not a bad thing. Hell, I mean, we usually do it over here at our house. We usually host it, and it's not, maybe about 15 people or so will show up, mainly from my wife's side, a few family members from my side, but that's about it. We like to do it early in the afternoon, so usually around 5 o'clock or so everybody's done left and we done cleaned up and we can just kind of chill out for the evening.
Yeah, we'd go to my sister's house. She got a huge home, and man, there'd be 35, 40 people there. It's crazy.
It used to be like that for me when I was young. We used to have really big family gatherings for the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff, but those days are long gone now. Ever since my grandmother passed away, it was never the same. I really believe that she was kind of the binding agent for those family events. But anyway, she ain't the only one. Several others have passed on since then, and it's just not like it was, 20, 30 years ago for me anyway.
Well, yeah, I talk to people, and including our family. We used to have family reunions every year. Hell, our family fights so much with each other, we don't even have those anymore.
Yeah, same here. A lot of my family from my mother's side is from Dunn, Falcon, North Carolina area. And we used to go down there all the time. There's right there off Interstate 95, the Dunn Falcon exit. There's like a whole little community right there. It's all family members from my mother's side, all within, a half a mile to a mile of each other. And we'd all go to each other's houses and visit and all get together out there in the farm and just have a big throwdown out there by the barn, cook a hog and a bunch of chicken and all kinds of stuff, when I was growing up as a kid. But everybody is just, died, passed on, or moved on, and it just kind of fell apart.
Kind of sad how all that family value stuff has went by the wayside, isn't it?
It really is. I really used to enjoy that as a kid. Every year. Like I said, literally as soon as you get off Interstate 95 it's the Dunn Falcon exit in North Carolina. It's all my mother's side of the family right there. They own a bunch of farmland, a bunch of property, all kind of generational inheritance as far as real estate goes is all right there on the east side of Interstate 95. And just as time, passed, man, just people fell off and people moved on, and it's unfortunate, it really is. I miss those. We even got our own little damn cemetery over there for a lot of our relatives over the years. They're all buried together right over there, just to the east of Interstate 95 in Dunn, North Carolina.
Did they sell off the property?
No, it's still in the family. It is. it's kind of been passed along. Like my mother inherited some of it. I got some of it. There was some small property in Tallahassee, Florida that my grandfather owned that my mother inherited when she passed. I'm not when she, but when he passed, my mother got it. But she sold it off when I was young.
Bummer.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Probably worth a fortune now.
A lot of it's been passed on and sold. And it's just, I mean, it's still being farmed to this day, but not a lot of the family from my mother's side really owns it like they used to 20 years ago.
Yeah, man, well, that seems to be a lot what's happening here too. These farms out here that have been family farms for generations. These sniveling little spoiled rotten kids around here inherit it and they just sell it off.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It was a lot of fun too. Like I said a minute ago, growing up as a kid, I didn't really understand a lot of it. I was young. I used to go down there and ride four-wheelers and dirt bikes around all the time out there in the fields and run my damn metal detector out there as a kid, digging up pennies and old farm tools and tractor parts that were lost out there in the field. It was a fun time, but that's all in the past now.
Getting old, Chris. You're getting old.
Yeah, but I'm only 39 though, unfortunately. I'm about to hit 40 in April.
Just a young buck. Jesus, you're a kid still.
KK4SIJ. Anyway, it is what it is.
Get back to your buddy then, N9FOE.
Oh, the hell with Jay. I'm tired of talking to him. He's probably done went to sleep anyway. He can't hang with the big dogs. He can't.
Get old.
Well, Jay's an early bird. Jay likes to wake up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for no apparent reason, and then goes to bed at 7 o'clock at night.
I get up about 4 o'clock every morning myself.
Not me. I'm usually up around 5:30. Usually, yeah, about 5:30, and I leave for work around 6:30. That's kind of my natural schedule now.
I thought you got fired.
Yeah, Joe's been telling everybody that I got fired, so I'm just gonna go with that.
I thought you did.
No, I never said that. Joe's been telling everybody that though.
I thought I heard you say it.
Well, I was just piggybacking off what Joe's been out here spreading rumors about. So I just rolled with it.
Oh, okay, so I guess you did get fired. Because I know I heard you say it, and I didn't hear the whole conversation, so I just took it you got fired.
He did.
No, you know what? I have never been fired from a job, believe it or not. Never have. I've quit a couple of jobs now. I have done that. I have moved on. I have accepted better opportunities. That's really what my recent transition has been about. I'm mine for a long time, man, like 17 years, and I just, I beat that game pretty much. I beat it. Time to move on. So I started exploring my options. And I tell you right now, man, the demand right now for skilled labor is at an all-time high. It really is. You can almost go in anywhere and name your price. And I did exactly that. Okay. And when we come to terms, I accepted it, and away I went.
What are you doing now?
Talking on ham radio.
Same stuff I've been doing before. Just, maintenance work, fixing things, troubleshooting, maintenance planning, things of that nature.
You said demand for skilled labor is high. Well, how did you get a job?
Anyway, KK4SIJ.
I tell you what, KK4SIJ. I tell you what, if you...
Yeah, go ahead. Station calling.
Did he go away? Check.
Not sure.
Anyway, I just let people believe whatever they want to believe out here on ham radio. So if everybody wants to think that I got fired, then, well, I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, well, I jam and play music all day, so that's what it is, too.
Yeah, I know it. You do a lot of drugs and stuff, too, and apparently I like to play music all the time, which I don't, so we're in the same boat.
Yeah, doesn't bother me at all. That's all I do is jam.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving right back. Is there a QRP station there making accusations? I must be hearing things. All right, we're going to stand by. I think I'm going to go get me another cold beer. That's what I'm going to do.
Sloppy, Joe.
I'm going to continue to drink until I get shithoused, and then we'll see what happens next for ham radio.
Bye.
Let me ID first, KK4SIJ.
You like to really relax, Joe? That was kind of sloppy.
Yeah, I started to fall asleep in the middle of it over.
Too much turkey.
Yeah, I had a piece of turkey. Started.
You are a turkey, Joe.
I am really low. I'm low. Well, my stripper girlfriend brought me some food over.
Cool.
I don't think she knows how to cook.
Was that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe she stopped somewhere and picked it up. You got more than one stripper girlfriend?
Oh, they all like me.
Man. Must be nice.
Well, not when you have to pretend their food is good.
I gotcha. Well, I'm not going to ask you that.
The turkey smelled like tuna fish. Only the drumstick. I don't have any dogs, but I ate them.
White people don't. Let me say this. Y'all need some nigga friends. Get you some nigga friends. Just don't ever call up your nigga friends. Don't ever have a fucking relationship up. There's my nigga friend.
What's that all about?
That was a stand-up comedy act from Cat Williams called The Pimp Chronicles. It's hilarious. You should watch it sometime.
Not into stand-up comedy myself.
Oh, bullshit.
What do you mean bullshit?
You tune into 7200 every day, don't you?
Well, this isn't stand-up comedy. It's sit-down comedy.
Yeah, okay. Well, I agree with that. Most of the acts are coming from a seated position.
And later in the evening, they come from laying on the floor position.
It's still a comedy, though.
It is?
Well, I think it is. This is hilarious out here sometimes.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh?
Oh.
Come on now, you know better than that.
Fucking Thanksgiving 7200, you motherfucker.
There you go.
Here comes the comedy.
Just for listening.
Yeah, you motherfuckers. Happy fucking Thanksgiving. Hope you all get drunk and have a hangover.
Can you stop using such dirty language?
Go stick your head up the poor's ass.
That's not a very nice thing to say to a fellow ham.
Yeah, okay. Go suck a quarter's dick and get BD.
Oh no, this guy's got a lot of RF in his signal and all kind of trash.
You gotta stop wishing that kind of bad juju on fellow amateurs.
No, actually, I'm in my own house in the back corner. I'm in the very, very back corner of my house. I had a 3-bedroom house, but now it's a 2-bedroom house with a shop. So, I mean, you know, there you go.
I'm not talking about you, Oris. Not everything on 7200 is about Oris.
Because it is about me. It has always been about me. It'll be about me. It's about me now. It's about me tomorrow. And it'll be about me yesterday.
He sends pictures of him.
It's not about you right now, Oris. This is not your part of the show. Stand by.
Naked. Well, what's wrong with there?
I keyed my microphone and said some words. This is radio station N4SDG. I'm going to go back to watching the 2 worst teams in the NFL. I can't believe that they put the 2 worst teams in the NFL for Thanksgiving entertainment. I don't know what to say. N4SDG.
KK4SIJ. Don't watch it, Oris. I mean, if that's how you feel about it, don't watch it.
Think about it. Naked talking on his radio, sending pictures over his phone. I wish they'd put him.
Who's this guy? Anyway, I want to wave my hand at y'all. And I want to be really nice about this. I'm going to say happy Thanksgiving to all my happy idiots and all my unhappy idiots. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to you all from the G-Spot, N4SDG.
You've never seen a G-Spot in your life, Horace.
What makes you think that? Well, I don't believe you've ever seen one either there, cowboy.
I bet the 2 of y'all can't even spell G-Spot.
I know, he's on Daddy's ham radio. Daddy must be away on business and couldn't be home on Thanksgiving, so cowboy's in here.
Alright, I'm gonna stand by. Y'all guys have at it. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone on frequency. KK4SIJ.
I took it over, didn't I?
SIJ gonna go back and suck some mommy tit. SIJ gonna go suck some mommy tit on Thanksgiving.
Oh, he's doing better than you are. You're sucking on a microphone.
He said bad words, Mommy.
He's doing better than you are. You're sucking on a microphone.
You got this time, so it's easier for the volunteers.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, it's probably more titty than he's ever going to see.
I'm not. I was just sitting here thinking the same damn thing.
Give your call sign so the monitors can catch you.
Oh, is that what it is? Hey, Joe, happy Thanksgiving, man.
Oh, get off of it. These phony pleasantries. Hey, what? Why don't you just drive over to SIG's house or SIJ's house, whatever, and you can suck each other off for Thanksgiving. You can give each other a big turkey load.
I don't know. I turned the frequency over to Joe, and he was all getting off on all the pleasantries. I mean, you know, sometimes it just has to be nice, Joe. Can't you be nice just one day out of the whole entire year? I mean, come on now. What do you got going on over there, Joe? Let me know. AC1DD N4SDG.
Joe said you could shove it up your ass about as far as you could shove your microphone there. That's probably pretty far. I agree with that guy. Dan, he used to really put the ramrod to your ass, so I'd say that microphone will go pretty deep up that ass. Ooh. I hate to say it, Horace, but I kind of agree with it.
Well, I know. I'm trying to be nice, see. I would like that little motherfucker to come over here and try to put this microphone up my ass. I mean, come on, man. Hey, man, I'm into a little prostate play. I mean, what's going on with you over there, cowboy? What are you into? I mean, you talk about putting this microphone in my ass. I mean, come on, cowboy. Talk to me there, little brother. What you need there, son? You sound like you might be having one of them gay fits.
Well, you do, now that you don't got Dan to come over and
Well, he's going to get me started, and everybody's going to be angry.
come over and satisfy your pleasures, or you can't go to Ridgely, Ohio, Ridgely, Tennessee, or where the hell it was at.
Oh, yeah. Well, why would we think that you would know anything? You don't even know where he was at, man. You sitting here, you just making it up as you go along. When's your dad going to come home, cowboy? Because I know when I find out who your dad is, I'm going to tell him that you're going to have been on his radio, and I'm sure he's going to whoop your ass.
Look what you done did, Oris.
I know it. I woke that piece of shit up there in North Carolina. M4SDG.
Is that where he is, North Carolina?
I don't know. That's where I TDO'd him one day, and I got one in West Virginia and one in North Carolina.
Well, what does your SDR heat signatures tell you? Over.
I'm not looking at it right now. I'm just looking at what I got on my screen. That don't tell me nothing. I have to go into the computer and then TDOA him and then go from there.
Hey, what's your call sign there, cowboy? Give us your call there, bud.
He ain't gonna give you his call sign.
What you call?
He ain't gonna give you his call sign. He don't have a call sign. He's on his dad's radio. I'll put money on his dad's got a call sign.
What you call?
Oh, okay. Okay, so he's living at home with Daddy, talking on his dad's station while he's out taking a nap or working in the yard.
We're passed out drunk.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Right?
KK4 SIJ working this 3CX 1200. This thing is doing the job.
N4SDG 8 MRF 150s just got down.
N4 KWX in this 2-tube Alpha.
November 2, love your job. Western New York.
I got K4NWX. I got KK4SIJ. What was the station in New York?
November 2, Lima Yankee Juliet QSL.
Okay, November 2, Lima Yankee Juliet. What's the name?
The name up here is Wally, Whiskey Alpha, Lima Yankee. Good afternoon and happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving, right back, Wally.
Yeah, good to hear you, Wally. You got a good signal down here in Birmingham.
Oh, thank you very much. You guys are sounding like you're in the shack with me. I've been listening for a little bit here, and I was thinking to myself, I haven't had the rig on in a few weeks. I said, this can't be 7200, and then it all came back.
Yeah, what a better frequency to kind of revisit amateur radio than 7200.
I mean, it is the frequency for Thanksgiving.
I'm waiting for about 7, 8 o'clock to roll around. I think there'll be a lot of hams in here, and they're going to be well tuned in. Over.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to be well tuned in.
Once you're right, tuned up.
Yeah, tuned in and tuned up there. Over.
Yeah, been a lot of good QSOs in here today.
There's one tuned up.
Bob, you got a booming signal down here tonight. You're 20 over 9.
You're 10 over down here.
Hey, Papa Don't Juice here. This is Bob N2OBS.
Say your call again?
November 2, Oscar Victor, Florida.
Alpha Victor, Florida. Thank you.
My name is Bob.
Happy Thanksgiving, Bob.
Morris, I think he's linked up with the mafia.
Cool, man. Hey, man, back in the 70s, him and I might have shook hands.
The mob did a lot of deals with the bikers.
Contractor.
I'm just saying.
No, I don't think the Italian mob did many dealings with dirty old rednecks out of Georgia.
I don't know. I'm gonna say this. The Italians, that's what they called them. The Italians. That's what we call them, the Italians.
Dirty old redneck out of Maryland, maybe.
And anything we did with the Italians, this is the weird part, was in Lancaster.
Hey, what's going on, Hart Room? You doing any Thanksgiving Day bong hits over?
Nah, I ain't doing no bong hits. I'm drinking a beer. What about you?
If I could, I would. I gotta stick to alcohol, man. It's my only vice.
Yeah, well, I'm drinking a beer as well.
But if I could, I would. I'd have a big old glass pipe right here on the ham shack in the shape of a coil over.
I guess you don't.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not smoking dope. I'm drinking a beer.
You turn that tube into a white cloud.
Yep, hey, yours.
Wouldn't that be cool if you had like an old ceramic tube that was no good and you drilled it out and made a bong out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we could like sell them on QRZ and through like all the ham radio shops.
Absolutely, I would.
Make them like a cigar.
Yep, I have like a double bubble with a pair of 8877s over. I would take every Howell headset that I come across, I'd buy it up and make the damn microphone, the boom mic on it, a pipe over.
Oh, no.
Hey, here, real quick, that's reminding me. I saw a video one time where this guy, he was a real big, like, online, like, video gamer, and he had a oscillating fan that sat just to the left of him. And on that oscillating fan, he took, like, a couple of paint sticks and kind of taped them up on the fan, you know, and a roach, like a alligator clip, alligator clip on the end of it, and he held he rolled up like a big ass blunt and clipped it onto that clip. So as he was, you know, both hands on the controller, and the fan would oscillate back around to him, he had like a little bit of a boom on that fan, and that blunt would line up right with his mouth, and he'd take a pull on it every time it would swing back around towards him. Because he'd have both hands on the controller, and he'd sit there and smoke that blunt until there was nothing left.
So you got to go through piss test where you work, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When you make the money that I do, you got to be drug-free.
Well, no, I know when I had my trucks, I was drug-free. I didn't want to take a chance. For me, it was about I could live with the bad dreams, the kind of money that I made too. I know what you're talking about. I could have the bad dreams. I remember one night down a truck stop somewhere in Illinois. Some guy banging on the side of my truck. Hey man, you all right in there? I'm in the middle of a night terror like you wouldn't believe.
What do you mean? You be asleep in the tractor and somebody's banging on the door?
Yeah, I was yelling in my sleep.
Good gracious.
Yeah, I used to get night terrors. That's smoke. I don't get night terrors anymore. The first time, I hadn't lit up in over 25 years, 30 years. I hadn't lit up. And the first time I lit up, them dreams, they haven't been back since. There's been maybe 3 times in the last 10 years that I've had a night terror, but not like it used to be. It used to be every night.
Well, who were they, Horace? Who were the ones banging on the driver's door? Were they lot lizards begging for a nightcap?
No, man, there's another driver in the truck next to me.
Oh, yeah, we know that's right.
boom, 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 dude, you all right in there? And I was like, oh man, I was having a bad dream, dude. Thank you.
I think there's a little more to the story than that.
Oh yeah, there's a whole lot to that story.
I was implying that women were trying to get up in the cab with you, but I didn't know it was fellow male drivers.
Yeah, man, the guy in the truck next to me, man, he heard me yelling in my sleep. Used to drive my ex-wife crazy.
Was she ride with you?
Nah, I ain't never. Marcus Sue never went anywhere with me.
Oh man, Horace, if I was a over-the-road truck driver, I would definitely take my old lady with me.
Oh, I took Danielle with me a couple of times.
She would definitely be riding shotgun. Hell, I'd even make her drive at times.
Oh yeah, Danielle was a looker. Oh yeah. Karen went with me in the truck a couple of times. So I'm just sitting here trying to think who else. Angela went in the truck with me a couple of times. Yeah, there's a couple girls out there. Tracy went out there in the truck with me once. And she was really young. She was young. I mean, you know, she was like 21. You know, my mom.
Well, how much did they cost you, over?
Nothing. They're friends of mine.
Oh yeah, we know. That's right.
Yeah, man. That's right, man.
You tell more damn stories than the damn Holy Bible.
Oh, man, I got some stories now. I've lived a long, full life, dude. I ain't sit here in a chair my whole life and talk ham radio. I mean, I had ham radio in the truck, and I had ham radio when I worked for Lynn, but, I mean, you know.
Well, what's the most wild, bizarre story that you can tell us where you were somewhere at some time with someone and just something just really crazy happened, or something that you know that if you told anybody they wouldn't believe?
I was in Costa Rica, and a gunfight broke out, and come to find out, that's where we were going. Them people didn't know that we were supposed to be there.
So you were in the middle of a gunfight?
In Costa Rica in 1989.
Did you drive your truck down there?
No, I mopped the deck of a Venezuelan freighter.
Well, what was the gunfight about? Were they some kind of like domestic dispute?
No, it was about money and weapons and shit. And something Venezuela and Costa Rica had going on. Fighting over a dog.
Well, how much money did you owe them, over?
I ain't owe nobody nothing, man. I'm just a swabby.
Did anybody get killed?
No, nobody. Them guys can't shoot with a fuck. They don't train like Americans do. I mean, people are down there, they don't have guns like we do. They don't shoot a gun. I'm thinking about taking mine out and playing with it. I haven't played with it in a while.
Well, what the hell were they shooting at, Horace?
That's my question. Hell, I don't want a job. Man, I'm retired. What the hell do I need a job for? What the hell? What's wrong with you, man? You get a job. You sound like you're young enough that you should be still working. Man, I need you to pay into that FICA so I can continue living my luxurious lifestyle.
Do you think the gunfight was over drugs, or?
I don't know. It was something between Carlos and the Venezuelan government and Costa Rica government.
Well, let me ask you this real quick. Where were you at the time when all this was happening? Were you taking cover somewhere?
Yeah, pissing my pants, scared to death.
Good girl. Okay, all right. I thought you might be packing, you know, with an old hand cannon or something.
Nah.
They weren't shooting at you, were they?
No.
Well, that's good, because I don't think 7200 would be what it is today if something that happened to you years ago.
Oh, I know. And then it would have been awful. There'd been no G-spot in the 7200 crowd.
Did you eat any turkey today?
Yeah, we went down to Athens and ate turkey with them all down there.
Who's that? Donnie and Jimmy?
Nah, man, Donnie and Jimmy.
I don't think they're too far from you.
Wonder where is Jimmy? I figured he'd be in here today.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't think I've heard W4EMP in here in probably 3 or 4 days now. Somebody playing some close games.
Oh, shit. Man, I can actually hear you.
All right, Oris, happy Thanksgiving. KK4SIJ standing by.
All right. Who's doing the slow scan? What's that about? Is that more of that big-titted girl? That big-titted...
Overweight, obese, born.
Yeah, and what's the letters? AAAF?
I have no idea. Just fat chick. Ugly fat chick.
Yeah. How you gonna make me turn my shit on?
I don't know, man. I just finished changing the tires. I just finished changing tires on 3 cars, man.
Well, I missed that one. I got the software up running now. I won't miss the next one.
Neighbor's car, his wife's car, and his son's car.
Did you make any money?
Oh yeah, $100.
$100 for each one?
No, for all of them.
Oh, you just changed tires.
Yeah, I didn't balance them or nothing.
Your tire shop there was open on Thanksgiving.
Well, we're expecting snow, and his wife just had shoulder surgery, so...
You're a good man. That's all.
Yeah, my buddy is like 3 feet tall and 77 years old.
Nah, you did the right thing, dude. Yeah, you did right.
Yeah, he's an Indian dude. But if I ever need anything, I got no problem with him.
Hey, could hook you up with some smoke.
If I needed $500 tomorrow or tonight, I'd have it. No problem.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. And I'm the one who built this front yard. I did all the gardens, built the gardens, raspberry bush, strawberry bush, 3 rose bushes, all kinds of shit.
Alpha Tango Foxtrot has interfered with you, Sean. I mean, yeah, I know he's got to be able to hear you telling me about this. And he's just in there, Alpha Tango Foxtrot, CQ, Tower of Power.
Yeah, it's a recording.
Is that what it is? You think it's a recording?
Yeah, it's a recording.
Yeah.
I actually know who it is, but I can't say anything.
I'm supposed to tell everybody something. I got a text today from a shortwave listener, and I'm supposed to tell everybody something. Let me go look at it. I can't remember what it was.
We can all go fuck ourselves.
Good one, Sean.
I forgot what I was doing. No, that's not good.
Well, I told you. Yeah. When somebody says something like that, oh, I got a message for everybody. It ain't good. Oh, big fat joint. Here we go. WNBC.
Monticello, Maine, USA. L.
Oh, a brand new match pair, 6L6 GC. A 6L6 GC match pair. $80.
What in the world?
I have no idea. Trying to grab some kind of a semblance on this radio when we were talking earlier. That's why I grabbed a hold of it, started getting guys to give me in their calls and started turning it over to them, and they'd turn it back to me. But that didn't last long because I was going to turn it over to the next one, and then he turns it over, and we're going to try to have a net. But no. So the free fall continues.
Well, I don't know, but in that recording, it sounds like somebody's really enjoying themselves.
Sounds like to me somebody already did, and it's a recording of somebody doing something that, or somebody having fun.
It's probably the closest to any kind of action that most hams on here are going to get tonight.
Oh, I know that's right. In my case, anyway.
Well, at least you're honest, Forrest. I'm going to give it a shot. I am, but I might fail. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I'm sure you'll probably fail.
Not me, man. I'm telling you right now, man. If intercourse was an Olympic sport, I'd be a gold medalist.
You got you one of them.
You know what they say about the ones that brag about it all the time?
Either they're good at what they do or they're completely full of it.
We know which one you are.
Yeah, I'm really good at it.
Completely full of it.
I don't know. It's been so long for me, I forgot.
You need to call up one of them women that were knocking at your cab door that night in the truck stop.
Hey, where's that Donnie at? Where's that Donnie? You have never been this nice,
KK4, SIJ.
W4HYI QRP power. 100 watts in a wire.
Yeah, 100 watts in a wire.
I want to hear some stories tonight. Let's hear some stories. You guys got some good stories?
Don't you? I want you to tell me some stories about your job.
What do you want to know? I mean, it's manufacturing. It's fast-paced. It's a lot of electrical, mechanical, a lot of fluid power, a lot of VFDs, PLCs, logic, software, control systems. What do you want to know?
I'll tell you what's going on. Dallas is beating up on the Giants.
Yeah, but it's not over yet.
13-7.
And what else about my job? It's well, I can't tell you exactly what I do because I'm not allowed to disclose it. But if it's manufacturing, or that's all I can say. Over.
What are you manufacturing?
Well, that's the part that I can't disclose.
Methamphetamines.
Ah, the kind of money he was making. Okay.
And he's making dildos.
Yeah, methamphetamines.
Big long ones too, 18 inches.
Are you making any of the butt plugs?
Yeah, but we only make them out of billet aluminum. Over.
Oh, okay.
Aluminum?
Oh yeah. Yeah, custom made, made to order, custom fitted. We can even put like different powder coated colors on it, or if you want sparkling glitter or LED lights on it, we can do that too. I was told when I was was offered the position and hired on that I cannot disclose what I do or who I work for. I was like, okay, no problem. How about a hard road?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hard road, what's the craziest thing you've ever done or have experienced in your lifetime? Over.
Boy, there's been quite a few of them. I don't know where to start.
I don't know, whatever comes to mind. Horace was sharing us a story about he was in Costa Rica somewhere, I think he said, and a gunfight broke out over some sort of like dispute about some money or something like that, and he was right in the middle of it.
Oh, wow. I don't know, Chris. I'm not in the storytelling mood tonight.
Okay. Well, here's one from me. How about this? Years ago when I was a kid, I was probably like 18, 19 years old. Me and a whole bunch of guys I was hanging out with at the time, we used to always go off-roading late at night. Of course, it was all trespassing. It was. But there used to be this really big old abandoned house that was over in the area for which we grew up in. And one night, we decided that we're going to pull the wall out of it. So we took this big old 4-inch nylon strap that we had for pulling each other out of mud holes, and we went in through the big window, which was knocked out, through the main entrance, which is like a little single door, you know, choked it, which means you fed the strap through the loop end, and we put it on the front bumper of my buddy's Jeep Grand Cherokee at the time. And well, anyway, with a running start, he pulled and pulled and pulled. I mean, the truck was jerking around from one side to the next, spinning wheels until finally, the whole section of that old house finally pulled out, and it collapsed the damn front corner of the home. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome, no doubt.
We were all hammered, too. There probably had to have been like 20 of us, between like 3 vehicles. There was like 20 of us out there. We were all having a good time, and we decided to commit destruction of private property. Over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I think one of my stories was me and a friend of mine, he had a Land Cruiser, Toyota Land Cruiser. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so we went to the river, we partied all night, drank and smoked. We're catfishing, and right where the water was, there was a hill. You had to go on top of the hill, and then on the other side of the hill was a slope, and then the water was right there. Well, we parked on that top of that slope, and we ran the radio all night long, and it ran the battery down. There was nobody else down there but me and him, so he got the bright idea of getting in the Jeep, pushing in first gear, and popping the clutch out before it hit the water. Needless to say, it started up, but his Jeep went in the water with him. It went underwater, and that was the end of the Jeep.
Oh, boy. I'll bet he was pissed.
Oh, yeah. It was an older one, but it went all the way under. And then finally, we had to call the record service, 2 of them, to come down there and hook to it and pull it back out of the river.
Oh, man. I bet that was a fun night, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that old house that we pulled the wall out of. That house was on its last leg anyway. It was like an old abandoned house out in the middle of the woods that everybody could access because it was an old gate, you know, out there by the main asphalt road, and everybody would always go around it. It was like a Jeep trail that went around the gate. We would always ride our dirt bikes and four-wheelers back there and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, that was a fun night. But man, I never been a part of a Jeep being lost in the water.
Yeah, well, I've got some other stories that maybe I'll tell you sometime before the Hamfest. Anyway, I got to get out right fast. I've got to go over my schedule with my wife to see
the things I can do and can't do before my biopsy on Monday. So I want to go in there and get that straight, and I'll be back. Hey, party with.
All right, man. Thanks for sharing. We'll talk to you later. KK4SIJ.
Hey, good luck.
Jumping Jack Flash, quick carrying you off. On the island of Long Island.
Come on in, Long Island. Give us a good story, Long Island. Tell us something wild you did or were a part of growing up. Over.
Well, I came on earlier and I said, King County, Long Island. They said you're not from the island. I said, if you take a look at the island of Long Island, New York, it has 4 counties: Brooklyn, Queens, Suffolk, and Nassau. So I am on Long Island. If you look at the map, it's an island. And they were telling me I was not on Long Island. Are these people retarded?
Yeah, most likely they are. Over.
Yeah, it's up that. I don't know. I gotta think about it. Like, you feel like it's kind of. When I think something stupid I do, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever comes to mind. I'm just trying to do a little something different out here tonight. Share some stories of past experiences or something that you did as a kid or an adult. I mean, whatever. What kind of things did the youth of Long Island get into? Over.
I can tell you the first time I saw a dead body, I was shot. My area was a lot of gangsters. And I was probably about 10 years old. And I went to Catholic school. And word got out somehow. I got to the school that there was a body that was in a car. And it was shot in the head. It was a Cadillac. I don't forget, it was a brown, a sedan, no, Coupe de Ville Cadillac, 2-door Cadillac. It was a 1977 Civic, I believe. She was there like 1981. And me and my friends, we were heading to the park because we walked that way to go home. And lo and behold, we saw the cops. He goes, oh, you see the police officers, big coats they had. They go right above their ankles. It was pulling school around. And they had tape up, but there was nothing around, in the street or the park. It was closed in. It was just a car, a couple other cars. And we were probably about 30 feet from the tape and we're looking. And I looked at the guy's head was back and his mouth was open and there was brain matter on the front of the window, the front inside of the windshield. I heard my cop would say, don't you have anything better to do? I'd be like, no, this is awesome. So that's one of the stupid things that I first saw a dead body.
Oh, wow. Huh. Good gracious. I wasn't expecting a story like that, but then again, I'm not surprised coming from Long Island. Did you happen to witness the shooting, or did it just something you kind of stumbled up on?
No, we were in school, and right before we got out, somehow a guy said there was a body there. So supposedly later on we found out, the rumor was, the guy owned the pizzeria or something, and he was renting money, and he didn't pay us.
Oh, I got you. Wow. Huh. How did that make you feel over when you saw that dead body with his brains blowed out?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool, dude.
I'm not saying it was cool, like, I'm not being hard. When I was a kid, you watch the movies and stuff, the cowboy movies, it didn't faze me. It just didn't faze me personally. It was more we were startled, like, I guess, in a way, but not scared.
Yeah, I got you. Well, good deal, man. Well, that was an interesting story. Thanks for sharing.
So far, I think I would be grossed out really bad. It wasn't as bad as the site we saw. It wasn't really that graphic. We saw some stuff. But I'm sure a couple of pieces I would be really, really upset for.
KK4SIJ. How about you, Jay? I'd love to hear a story from you. Over. Yeah, W4HYI, you still in there? I don't know. I guess he checked out. Anybody else around? Anybody else with a good story? This is story time here on 7200 Thanksgiving night on the Eastern Seaboard. Let's hear a good story from a fellow ham. Anybody else? Yeah, I got a copy on you.
Alright, well, I know I went to a party one time. Yeah, he was my friend.
Is this the story net?
The guy that owned the house.
Yep.
So we got this there, mother's house. But we could look at it. and he tried to hit me with a spoon, and Frank.
He's making this story up. It's taking too long.
So he kind of left, and I didn't work in the table, but my two friends did. They proceeded to talk a lot of things to some of the physical power.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Did you get in trouble for any of that?
Nothing came out of it. I thought I was in trouble, but they didn't.
How old were you at the time?
15, 14, something like that. But, yeah, it was a great big drawing of a male organ, and supposedly his face opened up. And, yeah, I guess my mother was quite mad when she came home.
I hear you. Well, good deal, man. Thanks for sharing. I want to hear one from Jay. I know Jay's got a bunch of good stories. Well, come on in here, Jay. Well, come on in here, Jay. I know you're listening. I'm pretty sure you got a good 2 or 4 or 5 stories to share. You just seem like you're that kind of guy, Jay. Like you would just have some kind of wild, over-the-road, motorcycle riding venture trip that went south or haywire. I'm pretty sure you can think of something. Oh boy.
I got a silly one, a funny one.
Well, come on, man. Let's hear it.
1987, we went to a party, me and all my friends, and the house party. And this guy Gerard was a real wine dancer. And he had an altercation with some guy in there, whatever. So Pat passes by, and he goes to the bathroom. I forget, it was a bathroom right next to the kitchen. And we didn't know what was going on. He went to the bathroom, came out, and some guy went shooting right after. And it happened to be the guy later we found out he had an altercation with, which owned the house too. And, this guy Gerard was a nut job. And all of a sudden the guy goes in, my friend comes out, we don't know nothing's going on. And all of a sudden we see tons of water coming out of the bathroom going to the kitchen. So the guy comes out screaming and he's got a blow dryer in his hand. My friend, later on we found out, there's always a fight in the whole place, there's one fight with it. My friend stuck the blow dryer inside the trailer bowl tank and ripped it up so when whoever flushed it, they'll get caught and the water just keep on coming up. I mean, it's a silly one, but there's a lot of fights that happened that night after that. The guy was on a rampage. I mean, there was water everywhere until he got it out.
Oh my goodness. You didn't get any trouble, did you?
I didn't know what was going on. I just watched all the fire explosions back and forth. And then when we left, my friend said I did that with the blow dryer. I was like, oh, you're an idiot. You get some fights, you know? Thank God we didn't get an altercation, but there were other fights there. He was looking for the person. He was blaming other people. It was all drugs. There was about 60, 70 people in the house party. And most of them were all bikers, too, so it didn't work.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Well, good deal. Sounds like you've lived quite an interesting life growing up.
Yeah, it's regular stuff. Just some people not cool or proud or real idiots. They do stuff like that and then you get in trouble and you don't know what's going on. That was an old house. That was just for the 1800s. It's long gone now. But, yeah, it's just stupid little things growing up. I guess I have many people got stories. All of us got stories, something like that, I think. One way or another, one form or another.
Oh, yeah. I got another one I can tell you real quick. I told this one on here not too long ago, but I'm going to go ahead and tell it again in case you guys missed it. But years and years ago, I used to go camping all the time growing up as a kid. This place called Jamestown Beach Campgrounds out in Williamsburg. It's maybe an hour and 15-minute drive from here. Anyway, used to go there all the time as a kid growing up with my parents. So one night, you know, I was young at the time, of course. I think I might have been like 13, 14 or something like that, 15 maybe. Hell, I can't remember. But we would go around one night, we would go around cooler hopping is what we called it. We call it cooler hopping. So we'd go around late at night, and we would steal coolers from all the different campers, you know, throughout the campground, in hopes to score like some beer, alcohol, or something like that. Anyway, so we all got back to the campsite, which the guys that were hanging with at the time, they hung out there. They were camped out down there by the river, the James River, down in Surrey County. Anyway, we were going all through the coolers, you know, just throwing out everything that we didn't want. Anyway, I got the idea that I was going to throw the can of beans into the fire. Didn't even think nothing of it. You know, it's like, whatever. We're pitching stuff out the coolers. We're keeping and drinking what we want. And I threw the can of beans in the fire. Didn't even think nothing of it. About 10, 15 minutes had passed. And that damn can of beans exploded, bud. It exploded so damn bad. It knocked all the logs off the fire. And keep in mind, when I threw the can on there, we were adding to the fire. So anyway, when it blew up, it knocked off all the logs off the fire. And it caught everybody off guard. We all jumped and we're like, whoa, you know, what the hell was that? What happened? You know, I was like, it must have been that can of beans I threw on the fire. Anyway, literally the next morning, everybody that was parked nearby or had tents nearby, they all woke up to the sight of bean-shaped burn holes all in their damn tent, beans all over the damn vehicles, and bean burn marks like all over the damn forearms, you know, neck, forehead, legs for those who were wearing shorts that night. It was a complete mess, man. Completely destroyed the fire and sent hot flaming beans every damn direction within 30 feet.
That must have been hysterical, man. I was by laughing.
I missed that one. Did they put a can of beans in the fire?
Yeah, don't ever throw a can of beans in a fire. Hello?
I was up camping in Steve's campground. It's real gone now. The motherfucker is gone.
Yeah, I know it. I mean, it was a mess, man. It was. It was a big mess. I'll never forget it. Never forget it. It was a great time growing up being a kid. KK4 or SIJ?
K2JJ.
You was a great kid. Hey, you was a great kid. I just know it. I would have loved to party with you and smoke some weed and got drunk. Kilo Sierra 4, Papa Charlie.
What's going on, Francis?
I've been eating food and crapping on myself and sleeping there. Come on.
I hear you, man. Good to hear you. Sounding real good tonight. You're S9. S9, maybe 5 or 10 over 9 here. Sounding real good. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Yeah, happy turkeyness to you too. I just been goofing off a lot today. I took a couple naps a day and ate food, hung out at my mom's house, seen my kids, so it's been a full day. Now it's like, you know, coming up on 6 o'clock and figure I'll come out here and find me some radio entertainment. I've heard you out here a few times a day under the band conditions, but I've just been too lazy to grab the microphone.
Yeah, I gotcha. We're out here just sharing past experiences, kind of growing up and just doing something wild and ridiculous, or being a witness or experiencing it. You got any good stories for us, Francis? I bet if anybody had a good story out here to tell, it'd be you.
Heck, I don't know. I've got involved in all kinds of madness when I was younger, especially being in the Army and even before the Army, and learned a lot. So sometimes my stories are kind of dark, some of the things I've discovered after the fact. So it's kind of helped me make decisions in my life so I don't go down the dark path. I mean, I've hung out with people that found out murdered people after they got killed. And I was like, whoa, man. So I was hanging out with a murderer. I said, yeah, you was partying with a murderer. Then he finally got killed. I was like, wow, I'm sure I didn't engage in that type of activity with him.
You know what? Must be the world we live in today, because JJF, he had a story where he had stumbled across a dead body at one time growing up as a kid, and now you being a witness to a murder. Good gracious, it seems to be kind of a trend here.
I didn't witness the murder. What happened is I was in the Coast Guard in 1988 out in California, and a buddy of mine here in Florida said he was coming out to California to hang out with me, because he hung out with me a few times when I was in the service. And I was in Long Beach, California, suburbs of L.A. And I said, yeah, man, come on out to California, man, hang out. So a few days later, he said, no, I ain't coming out. So I got out of the Coast Guard in 1990, and this guy was so wild and crazy, I think by 93, 94, I quit hanging out with him, and he got killed drunk driving, single car accident in 95. And after that, I was hanging out with one of his girlfriends, and she told me the story, what happened in 1988, that he shot and killed a guy that we all knew. And they concocted a story, and his daddy took the fall, and the law enforcement did, and that was the end of that. But the truth of it was, he was the one that shot the guy, and he was thinking about trying to get out of town. And come to find out, he had engaged in a lot of dark stuff over the 1980s, all the way up to the point that he died in 95 at age 30. And I said, man, so I was hanging out with some real bad characters. Yeah, man, that guy was so bad, he might have killed you just for the hell of it. I said, God, and I thought he was my drinking buddy.
So this is somebody you were hanging out with, like you know him personally?
Yeah, I mean, I known him since we was teenagers, okay? We partied together, we switched girlfriends, all kinds of crazy stuff. Some girl going out with him, and she quit him, then she'd go out with me. He come over, when I was in the Army, he came over to Fort Benning, Georgia, hung out with me one weekend. When I was in the Coast Guard, he was on the Coast Guard boat one time when I was in Port Canaveral. He came to the Coast Guard boat when it was in dry dock in Tampa. And then he told me he was going to come out to California when I had shore duty out there. I know the guy real good, but come to find out, I didn't know him good enough.
That's what they say, when you think you know somebody and you got him figured out, you better guess again.
KI4HOU. Now, the reason he's dead is because he was a dark guy. That's called karma. I've known another guy down the road from my house. He was having sex with his own kids, and he got locked up for it. And then they kicked him out of jail because they couldn't get the family to come through with all the evidence, because the family realized that as soon as he got convicted on these hideous sexual charges, that Social Security disability money that was coming into the family would go away. So all of a sudden, the state didn't have no witnesses. So he's a straight-up creepy child son and daughter molester. But now he's sitting down at his house. They done cut both his legs off because being diabetic, he's completely blind, and they got home dialysis machine down there on him. He might be dead already, but I haven't heard about him dying. But there's another example of karma. And I helped that guy out with some CB radios before, and I used to borrow his riding lawnmower. So yeah, I get where I don't want to be around people, because man, I tell you, people suck. That was a big
all right.
damage there.
Well, that was a very interesting story. It really was. So there's another breaking station in there. Go ahead.
Yeah, copy. Yeah, I was just listening to you guys. KI4HOU, John, South Carolina.
Yeah, come on in, John, South Carolina. You got a good story to tell us over?
Yeah, kind of piggybacking on his story. Me and my wife, her manager at the job that she worked for at the time, we had my wife's manager and her husband over to our house one day.
Nice people, very, very nice. You wouldn't suspect anything was wrong. Maybe 2 weeks later, the guy strangled her to death and then drove up a road, and he went up in North Carolina somewhere, and at least he did everybody a favor and shot himself afterwards. But I was like, whoa. I mean, that was totally unexpected.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've never had any close encounters with any murders or killings or anything like that, but I appreciate you coming in here and sharing it with us. This is a good deal here. Anyway, I'm going to stand by and see if anybody else has anything they'd like to come in here and share with us tonight. KK4SIJ.
Sean, I used to work in the prison system back in between 90 and 93. You copy me?
Last time we get to celebrate Thanksgiving as a free country.
I guess band conditions change.
Whoa.
The world is full of a lot of killings. I know another guy that was like a serial murderer. He murdered several guys until he ended up dead. I call it, President Trump, Lord Trump has told us about this. They call it the enemy within. But then if we really sit down and think about what message our Lord Trump is trying to tell us, it's the evil. It's the evil within, and it's all around us.
Last Thanksgiving.
Thank God.
Yeah, we got a damn music player on here. God forbid if we just have a good QSO on here and have some fun and tell some stories out here for once without somebody playing music.
Yeah, it's pretty loud here. I turned the power on, see if you guys can hear me a little better. KB3PLG.
Yeah, it's a big difference. Wow.
Yeah, you're 20 over 9 just to the west of Petersburg, Virginia.
Yeah, probably about 7,800 watts. I'm not pushing it that hard, just loafing along.
We've got special.
That music player is only about 3S units in Missouri here.
In Missouri, like that.
I got all kinds of stories from work, but a lot of those are crude. But I spent about 8-9 years working at a prison. I still do, but I don't really hear a lot of crazy stuff too much anymore.
Well, come on, share with us one story that comes to mind, something that happened or you witnessed or whatever have you. We'd like to hear it.
Well, the most recent one we had, a guy, he got caught in the intake section. He tried to bring in 2 cans of coal in his backside, and they turned and got stuck. Before he even got to a cell, he had to go to the hospital and have those removed.
What do you mean, like 2 cans of Skoal, like the like the Skoal, like I'm thinking of, that comes in a can, like wintergreen, like a dip?
Oh yeah. Those ones. We had 2 shoved up there, and they, I guess they got turned kind of funny, and they wouldn't come out. And he went to another car, and he was like, hey, I got to do something about this.
You mean he stuck those cans up his ass?
Yeah. I mean, how else are you going to get it into jail? I don't know if you know, but they can't have tobacco products in some of the state jails. I don't know about yours, but mine in Pennsylvania, they can't have them. And boy, they got stuck in there. I don't know how they turned or what exactly happened, but yeah, they had to go up there and reach and pull them out.
He must have stolen the jail body to get those things in the jail. They got him in there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. I never worked in corrections, nor have I ever been incarcerated, so I really can't speak on it, but I'm thinking of a Skoal can being about as big as the bottom of a beer can.
going up into a man's rectum. I don't know how or why. I don't know. I really don't know. Only my imagination can take over from here. But yeah, okay, good deal. KK4SIJ.
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, they can't have it in there, so they got to find a way to get it. And he was probably going to share it with his buddies, but yeah, he got caught with it.
Contact.
How the hell did he get it in there in the first place? He must have been throwing his jail buttons for a while.
Probably a trump card.
Should have stuffed it. I'd say he's been in jail a couple times.
That's crazy, man. Thanks for sharing it with us tonight. There's a contact in there. Go ahead, contact.
Hey, I just was listening to you guys, and I'm thinking, holy crap, good thing it wasn't whole sleep in the school there, huh?
Yeah, we're in here just sharing stories is all we're doing tonight. Sharing stories on something you have personally experienced or been a witness of or heard about. You got anything you'd like to share?
I can't think of nothing right now, but hey, I appreciate you guys coming back to me, W0KLZ out of northern Lower Michigan. I'm just listening to you guys' tales, man.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Well, stick around, man. There's been some pretty interesting stories being told out here tonight. You're about a 20 over a 9 here in Virginia.
Well, homosexual shit killer from Trump Tower.
Yeah, you got a call sign and a story? All right, then hit the road, buddy.
Yeah, you heard us jumping jack off, faggot. Listen here, you idiot. This guy's a retard.
To Kansas Squad.
That's the holiday.
Can we talk? Can we talk? Oh, yeah.
Anybody else around? Anybody else with a good old story tonight? KK4SIJ, it's story time. See if I can get Sean's attention here in a minute. I think Sean's feeling left out. Hence all the noise and music being played.
Sean's racing for a tariff. The economy's gonna go zooming with Trump in there. Telling us common folk what to do.
I can't wait, they should.
Jump a jack off, won't be able to afford condoms to fuck his boyfriend in the ass anymore.
I was really hoping that W4HYI would come in here with a good story to tell us, but I think he might have went to bed.
Shooting up that brand new amplifier he bought.
This is KHF, you think? I don't think people know too many stories anymore. I think, I'm wondering if that's sort of a bygone era. I hope it's not, but I don't hear too many stories unless it's on YouTube.
And do you like pause every time you take a breath?
Yeah, come on in the house, BKE. I got a good copy on you. You gotta have a good story, at least one good story. Tell us about the time you got that letter from the ARRL over. That'd be a good story. Come on in here, PKE.
Jumping jack off faggot. Got you naked.
Something about the title of the story was Jumping Jack off faggot. Was that right?
I hadn't got my letter yet. I expect it any day now.
That's a rather rude title for a story.
I know, but the stories are true.
I'm trying to get a hold of VA3GFY. I think he's feeling left out. That's why he's playing all the music and the sounds out here tonight.
This is KA2FP. That's different music tonight. That's sort of ethereal music. Much different than what I usually hear.
Yeah, well, you got a good signal here in Virginia tonight. You got a good story? Do you have a good story you'd like to share with us tonight? Something you did as a kid or growing up or as an adult, whatever. Either you experienced or witnessed over.
Oh yeah, actually, I do have a good story. Should I tell it?
I got a great story.
Yeah, come on, let us know. Tell us all about it. We've been out here telling stories for the past hour now. Let's hear what you got.
And now all these home operators go into Social Security. Ain't that cool?
1987, I was in the state of New York at a beach called Jones Beach, also known as Moses State Park. And there was a man being very rude to me, extremely rude, and
oh no!
to get into an altercation, and I was in no mood. I was with a couple of girls, and I didn't want to get in no fight, so I decided that I would just moon him, just for the fun of it. So at a particular time when I mooned him, a squad car was driving by with a sergeant and I guess a rookie was teaching the other guy something, and they thought I was mooning them. And so they immediately pulled over and they frisked me. Now, keep in mind,
I bet he liked
I
that.
had a bathing suit on that was like practically nothing. So, at any rate,
He loved that frisking part.
being naked pretty much, I didn't have anything on me, and they took me to this little trailer at the end of the beach, and I was
And then he was abducted by aliens.
shitless, and I figured I'd lie to them about my name and everything else, and that's exactly what I did. And they spent about 45 minutes to an hour filling out all this paperwork, only to figure out I was a lying son of a bitch. At which point they became extremely angry, and they shackled me. I mean, shackled me, just like a Frankenstein monster, to the wall. And I was like one of those people you throw knives at a spinning wheel. And they kept me up there for a good long while. And one of them was nice enough to place a cigarette in my mouth, and they said, "You're full of shit, you lied. We didn't let you go anywhere till we see your license, da-da-da-da-da-da." My friends had to go out on the boat, on the little buoy boat, and bring it all
We're not
back.
special.
Finally, after a number of hours, they were satisfied, and they released me, only to come back at a later date, in which I was convicted of lewdness, public lewdness. So that's a cute little story. Over.
That was a very interesting story. I appreciate you sharing, you know. That reminds me of one thing. You know, mooning. I kind of forgot all about that, to be honest with you. And now that you've kind of, you know, rattled my memory, there seems to be a severe lack of mooning in society nowadays. Not many people doing that anymore. There was a time where it was kind of like waving at someone or giving them a high five or the middle finger, for that matter. You pull your damn pants down and show your ass at somebody that either you liked or you did not like. It was a universal sign of affection, is what it was, or universal sign of a social engagement when you would drop your pants and show your ass at somebody. But you know, since you brought that up, I think there's a severe decline in mooning in society nowadays. There really is. And that's unfortunate. KK4 SIJ.
I'll vote to bring it back.
I mean, come on now. Growing up as a kid, I think this applies for everybody. You know, you're out with your buddies or hanging out, whatever. You would see somebody you didn't like or somebody that you did like, you know, your friend or whatever, or your enemy. You'd be like, you know, hey, look. And you would drop your pants and you would show them your ass. Over?
Yeah, you might have done that, you faggot.
Oh, I'm guilty for it. I am. I've mooned many a souls in my day.
Damn.
I didn't. Well, it's just bad timing. I didn't know this squad car was going to come by. And next thing I knew, I was in cuffs. It wasn't supposed to work out like that.
Well, anyway, the point is you just don't see that today. You don't really see people doing that anymore. And it just goes to show that times are changing. They are. You don't ever see anybody at a local like boat ramps or public events where you hear somebody yell at somebody, you know, hey, look. You know, you turn around and look, and next thing you know, there's an ass hanging out. You just don't see that anymore. Over?
They'll just text him right now. Well, I think they'll probably just send him a text.
And that's disappointing. It really is. You know what? I think we need to come together, and we need to strive to bringing back good old-fashioned mooning. We really do. That seems to be like a long-lost form of greeting people or insulting others. Over? Come on in here. I hope you got a good mooning story. Over?
It's pretty nice, even though I lied. I guess a lot of people lie to police. And they'd give me a cigarette when I asked for one, and, you know, they'd give me something to drink. You know, they were just going about doing their business. I was just a wall decoration. That's pretty much about it.
Oh, I understand. That was a good story. Thanks for sharing. KK4 SIJ. Anybody else with a good story? Come on in here. Share it with us. Yeah, come on in. The water's fine.
Remember, we got some funeral noise. Hi, I'm JJF, and I'd like to share a story. I'm a faggot, and I like little boys.
Yeah, I think that's VA3GFY out there playing the sounds. He pretty much accounts for about 90% of the music and the recordings that's played out here.
I'm doing the best I can to get over it. I pumped it up to about 600 watts and got the beam pointed in its general direction. I don't know if I'm getting over it or not, but I'm giving it my best shot.
Yeah, I hear you just fine. You're a good 10/9. Yeah, come on in. We got a good copy on you. Come on in, man. Let the story fly.
The story is it's going to be great for the economy once they kick all the illegals out. They gather eggs, pick crops, pick fruit, work in the meat factories, prices go sky high. Oh, and then Lord Jesus is going to put tariffs on everything. Yeah!
I think once we get Sean's attention, VA3GFY, the sounds will stop.
I would like to hear someone's theory on how that is enjoyable for him.
I got a good story for y'all, a good movie story, but I ain't gonna say how to hold it up all this shit. Maybe I'll meet y'all at another freaking something like that.
He's not wearing any panties.
Some guy next year, Thanksgiving, no food on the table, cheaper prices, better economy. I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait for those tariffs to kick in and kick all the people that are working in meat plants, picking crops, picking fruit, kick them all out.
You little snowflake, what your mama work in the meatpacking district. She gonna be skip packing.
Obama's economy retard.
You're a retarded, huh?
Oh, that hurt my feelings. Hey, there's a faggot in New Jersey calling you on 844. He's got a guy named Possum. They're calling you. Can't wait for all those tariffs to kick in. It's gonna be great.
Can't wait. Happy birthday, everybody.
Can't wait for gas to go to $5 or $6 a gallon. It's gonna be great. Can't wait for those billionaires to get their tax cuts. It's gonna be great. You're a fucking retard.
VA3GFY.
Yeah, for a billionaire.
VA3GFY. How copy? KK4SIJ.
Gonna be great.
I was trying to call for Sean so we can hear a good story from him. I'm pretty sure without a shadow of a doubt that Sean will have a good story to tell. KK4, SIJ.
Hey, how you doing? I was just wondering if this radio is doing okay this evening.
Yeah, you're doing fine. Doing real good, man. You're a solid S9 here to the west of Petersburg, and I got my RF game rolled back.
Okay, very good. I just got it out of mothballs. I have not been on HF in, I don't know, probably a year maybe. And figure, well, being Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff, maybe I should bring her out of mothballs a little bit. Hey, all this money for this equipment in North East is kind of a shame.
Yeah, well, it sounded good, man. I just turned my RF game back up to neutral. And you're 20 over 9 here to the west of Petersburg, Virginia.
Oh, hey, man, fine business. I got a good friend out there in Virginia. I was trying to call earlier, let him know I got my HF rig out of mothballs, and he's down in a place called Goochland. He got a 100-foot tower and a nice spread out that way, and we haven't had anything on HF in quite some time either. You know, cell phones just aren't the same.
Holy shit, it's dead. What the hell? Gonna be great.
Anyway, name here is Ted, Tango Wega Delta, and QTH is New Jersey on the East Coast, so I'm not too far away from you. I hear somebody in New Jersey East Coast.
Well, you sounding real good over here tonight in Virginia. You got any good stories you'd like to share with us? We've been out here kind of tossing some stories around of growing up or being an adult, something you have experienced or witnessed or anything have you over?
Yeah, there was these 3 bears.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Goldilocks.
I got plenty of that stuff. I just was, I'm in a small place, and my station is very functional.
Hansel and Gretel, they became a couple. They started making porn.
Various
November 4th, November India Golf, calling CQ.
I'll be right back, and I've got all the stories you could possibly want to hear, and then some, I would think. N2KPS, East Coast NJ.
Okay, very good. Well, come on back when you get settled in. We're going to be out here for a while. KK4, SIJ.
Sounds right. N2KPS, give me a sec.
I'm still trying to get a hold of VA3GFY.
Wait a minute.
There is a pause in the music or the sound being played, whatever that is. Try to get him in here and join the group.
Hey, it sounds like a great plan. I'm a rag chewer by nature, and well, like I said, I haven't been on HF in a long time. I've actually got in the other room an SDR running, and I heard some signals over here. Actually, I think I'm looking at my own signal on the screen. Yeah, she's doing it. All right. Give me a minute there, N2KPS.
Hey there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Sean out there playing the sounds. Because, well, he has that reputation, so trying to get his attention. If there's ever be a break in the damn music or the sounds, maybe we can get him on here and he can tell us the story.
Yeah, you're pretty sure about a lot of shit, aren't you, boy?
It's really boring.
Anyway, we'll circle back to that a little bit later on. Anybody else like to come in and tell us a good story? Looking for a good Thanksgiving Day story.
Mary had a little lamb.
KK4 SIJ at 6:30.
N4 NIG Virginia Beach.
I bet Sean has some good stories. I think that. I really do. I think Sean has some really good stories to tell us. Maybe about his childhood, or being an amateur operator, or maybe about his gender transition. I don't know. We got to kind of wait and see what we can hear from him. Over.
Who the hell are you talking to?
I'm talking to you. You got a call sign? Would you like to come in here and share a story with us? We have VA3GFY, VA3GFY, KK4SIJ. Calling Sean in Canada. Sean in Canada. How copy? Over. We're telling stories out here, Sean. Telling stories. You got a good story for us?
Yes. Sure, Sean. I'm on Babu Island.
Roger that.
No, well, it was worth a try. What's going on, Alex? You on the frequency?
KK4SIJ. Are we allowed only one story?
Yeah, come on in, station. The interference is really heavy on my end, so I'm not really able to hear everybody.
This is KATMPZ. I can crank it up to about a kilowatt if that'll help. But I'm not making it over the music right now. The music is louder than me. Is that correct?
No, I can hear you just fine. I can hear you. You're got a real good signal. You're 20 over 9. Just some of the other guys that are trying to get in here, I'm having a hard time trying to pull them out. But I can hear you good.
I have a second. He's trying to pull them out. But I don't know if I'm allowed 2 stories.
Well, come on in here, man. Give us a good story. Let's hear it.
Okay. Circa 1980,
Don't forget the floor.
it was a huge pool party. This gentleman's parents went away, and kids will be kids. So he inundated the entire house with people. I'd say there was at least 150 people. Police officer. The police officer asked me to step out of the car and present my license and registration. And he said, "You driving down a one-way street?" And I said, I don't know what I said. To be honest, I said, "Oh." Meanwhile, I reeked of alcohol. I mean, it was pathetic. No! If we're going to be true, and if we're going to make this story real, me in my grass skirt didn't get arrested because this particular police officer was a queer. My sister. And I don't think that he wanted to do that because I knew I think he knew me. So police officers bring me back to the right side of the car. I got my license and registration. And he said, "You're driving down a one-way street upstairs." I said, I can follow that into KPS.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to copy all of it. We were jammed out the whole time with somebody playing music and some sounds, unfortunately.
Oh no, nobody heard me.
Oh no!
Maybe next time.
No, I heard every word. I adjusted my receiver and it was no